Chrysler is now in Chapter 11 bankruptcy after some creditors refuse to forgive its debt. So what does that mean for the thousands of Chrysler workers? What does that mean for you? CBS News correspondent Dean Reynolds reports.
For Chrysler, bankruptcy makes the best of a bad situation, as President Obama explained.
I have every confidence that Chrysler will emerge from this process stronger and more competitive.
In 1 month, the president may find himself saying something like that about General Motors, which has until June 1st to come up with its own restructuring plan or face a fate similar to Chrysler's. 55% of the new Chrysler will be owned by the United Auto Workers, who ratified yet another cost-cutting package this week. 8% will be owned by the U.S. government, and as much as 35% by Chrysler's new corporate savior, Fiat. The hope is that Fiat and its fuel-efficient technology will, at least in theory, prompt Chrysler to build cleaner cars. Chrysler will still sell cars during bankruptcy, but will cease production as it goes through it. The federal government will back Chrysler's warranties and give the company another $8 billion in relief to tide it over.
I think it's good news because it's better than it's the end of Chrysler.
The hope is that all of this will save some 30,000 jobs at Chrysler and thousands more in the supply chain.
Joining us now from Detroit is the president of the United Auto Workers, Ron Gettelfinger. Good morning, Mr. Gettelfinger.
Good morning, Maggie.
Yesterday, the president admitted that Chrysler has been less popular, less reliable, and less fuel efficient than some of its foreign competitors. And a research poll showed that 91% of Americans wouldn't buy a car from Chrysler if it went bankrupt. So my question to you is, do you think this company can survive the stigma of bankruptcy?
Well, we're hopeful that it can, and obviously we worked extremely hard to keep this company out of bankruptcy, and it's just unfortunate that that's the route that they had to take. But the situation being what it is, we're hopeful that they will get in and out of bankruptcy rather quickly.
What role will you play here? Because I remember the president saying the other day in the news conference he doesn't want to own a car company. Does UAW want to own a car company? What does the rank and file say, and what makes you think you'll be any good at it?
Well, first of all, the UAW will not own a car company.
You have the majority stake, though, so what does that mean?
No, not the UAW. The Voluntary Employee Beneficiary Association, which is an independent trust that provides the benefits for the retirees. And under the loan and security agreement, we were required to exchange 50% of the debt that the company owed us in the form of equity. So that has nothing to do with the UAW, and in fact, the VEBA is controlled by independent directors.
Okay, so just through your fund, you have a majority stake. Therefore, you are not going to be running the company. You only have one seat on the board. Am I correct there?
That's correct, and the seat on the board does not have a vote.
So who is driving the bus? Is it, if it's not the UAW, is it Fiat? And are they really the answer to your prayers, a company that once stood for Fix It Again, Tony?
Well, you know, we need to move forward and talk about the great things about Fiat, the product line that they've got out there, what they're going to bring to Chrysler. While they're not putting cash into this, they're bringing about $8 billion worth of technology. And so that's important there. They're also going to be assembling a vehicle here in the United States. So we're proud to support the alliance with Fiat, and we're glad it was signed yesterday prior to the company going into bankruptcy.
I have 20 seconds. I just want to know what you would say to dealers who are now thinking, I have slow sales, now we're in bankruptcy, I'm going to be forced to shut down.
Well, the president tried to alleviate that concern yesterday by letting the public know that the government would stand behind the warranty of these vehicles. And look, this is an opportunity for people to go out and look at these products. The president pointed out that Chrysler does have great products out there. And we just want to keep the American auto industry going. It's so important to our economy.
Ron Gettelfinger, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you, Maggie.